Welcome to the WatchOut channel. I'm the Haunting Hour 17, passionate about a classic, hinting at a specific time for paranormal activity and content. The video I will share is from the uploader FrOstmareTV. The video, whether they have truth or not. You are the one who will judge what you have seen and what you have been touched by in the videos. Maraming salamat po and enjoy. Scary watching.
The following was captured by a night guard who was patrolling an old building. Many people said the building is haunted, and he might have captured proof of that on this day.
Son las 3:30 de la mañana. Salí por el motivo de hacer mi recorrido diario de la noche. Salí a hacer un recorrido y escuché un grito, así que me he resguardado acá adentro de la garita, por motivo de que escuché ruidos bastante de soberbios que está sucediendo en este momento. Así que no sé qué, no sé, señor supervisor, lo que tiene que hacer, porque lo que me pasó hace 24 horas está pasando medio paranormal esto. Así que voy a ir donde están los ruidos en este momento. Se está yendo de las manos esto que está sucediendo. No quiero perder el tema de la noción, pero realmente estoy medio paralizado con lo que viene sucediendo. Realmente directamente estoy cagado de miedo. Así que fue lo mismo de la madrugada, pero sin el tema del grito. Lo dejo a su virtud, los sonidos que está escuchando en este momento. Así que sigue el tema voy a ignorar cada caso que hago porque estoy en mi mundo. Así que es medio algo paranormal esto. Anoche fue el tema del techo. Bueno, había mucho viento. En este momento está silencioso, calmo. Vamos a ver. Y esto sigue. Así que no quiero salir ni afuera. Mire, me he encerrado. Así que esperaré que pase esto mínimo una hora y tendré que salir a hacer mi recorrido de 1 hora y media más, 1 hora más en el tema de las máquinas, porque han dejado una bomba afuera y tengo preocupación.
He has no idea what could have caused this strange activity, and ever since his last video, he has stopped uploading. A really mysterious case. The next clip was uploaded by Q and comes to us from Japan. The premise of this video is quite simple. We see a man taking a tour through a house that seems to be called the House of Mirrors. It does seem quite normal at first. However, as the man makes his way through, there does seem to be an awful lot of mirrors. Creepy. Ghosts and mirrors have been associated with each other for a long time, and for a lot of people, mirrors can give them a serious feeling of unease. They are believed to be portals to other worlds or windows into the afterlife. Could this be why this house is so filled with them? Back to the video. The man is walking around a particularly dark portion of the house. when he peeks into one of the mirrors and we see a door opening behind him. Spooky, right? But by far the creepiest moment is this one. Watch and see for yourself. Something seems to be appearing right behind him. A person, perhaps. Impossible, however, since this place was abandoned. Was it an intruder, or did something paranormal unfold here? Extremely scary, in my opinion.
Watching TV at night is something that many of us like to do, mostly to relax and unwind from a stressful day at work, or simply because we enjoy it. The following has been shared by user Gage the Sun, and he states that he was simply watching a show in his living room when he heard weird noises stemming from his bedroom. A bit weirded out, he grabbed his phone and recorded towards the bedroom door, and he couldn't believe what he saw. A pair of glowing eyes is looking right at him. This was something that Gage had never experienced before, so he turned to Reddit for help. If that wasn't creepy enough, the eyes disappear into thin air after a few moments. So what was going on here? Was it maybe an animal? He hasn't mentioned that he was owning one. So if it wasn't an animal, was it a paranormal incident perhaps?
We want to check out a video from a paranormal enthusiast, and I think it might be Indonesian, I'm not 100% sure, but apparently they caught something really creepy in a forest area.
Allah Akbar. Aku lihat teko anjing lagi. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Subhanallah. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Subhanallah. Allah Akbar. Subhanallah. Allah Akbar. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Nampak pocong 12 sana.
There seems to be something in the distance that the man can see that is moving. Yeah, look at that. Here. But what is that? Could this be a spirit? Or is it a weird reflection of something? No, it doesn't make sense. It's like a white shape that is hopping in the distance. Well, this is really hard to say what exactly is going on here.
The next video was recorded by a user named Pershku, and it was one of these happy little accidents that many of us might find bone-chilling. The story goes that the young girl wanted to make a video about some strange noises that are stemming out of her family's little ice machine in the kitchen. Apparently, several strange events have been taking place in the residence after the item has been brought into the family, but they didn't have any proof that something could be wrong. Until this night. When Pershku makes her way into the kitchen, she records something else besides her ice machine. There's a little girl standing in the kitchen, right next to the apparently haunted ice machine. But how is this possible? If it isn't just a hoax or smoke and mirrors, there's a chance that the spirit of this little girl seems to be attached to the ice box. This is what some viewers believe. Some also point out that her feet look a little bit unusual. But it's hard to say due to the lighting conditions. What's your explanation for this horrifying find? How creepy. Next was posted by user Pyro Assassins, and he states that the following was taken by a good friend of his. He was out on a nightly trip to take some images of a lovely old tower. However, something weird appeared in the distance that only got discovered when they were taking a closer look at the image. Now this could be many things. The uploader realizes that too. Reddit sees a figure in a robe, possibly, but there are two more weird objects. Might just be shadows or a light. Who knows what exactly we see here? It's a pretty mysterious capture though, isn't it? Lately, people seem to get scared quite a bit by Japanese ghost clips that are unsurfacing from the depths of the internet. Now we want to take another look at one of these gems. We see two friends that were spending the night together at their house. They had only moved in recently. The girls thought it would be a fun idea to tell eerie ghost stories to each other and later share them on their social media profiles. What seemed fun at first turned into several urban legends that they were telling each other. You know, make-believe ghost stories that scared them when they were younger. A few moments in, they believed to have heard a scream. Of course, that was weird to them, since they were staying home alone that evening. They go check and find a glass on the floor, which contained some kind of bones. Strange. Freaked out at this point, they decide to get rid of it straight away, and then this happened. This creepy thing appeared behind one of the two girls, and the girl filming was terrified. The description of the video says that they probably have conjured up something that either was living in this old house before, or that accessed their realm through a portal. Or an easier explanation would be that this was just a scary film project. Quite a good scare though, wouldn't you say? The next video was sent by Antonio S. and was initially captured and shared by the channel The Ball Family Vlogs. In this video, the young woman was documenting the upcoming remodeling process in her family home. After rewatching the recording, however, she noticed that there seemed to be something on the stairs that wasn't supposed to be there. She states, "My mom and I have had strange things happen to us in this house. I was just walking around the house, and when I go back to look at the video, it looks as if there's something standing on the stairs."
It needs some remodeling done to it. And back there's just an extra storage workshop area. Our dog is back there right now because he's a little sick and got to him to the vet.
Could this be an apparition that was caught looking at her that day? What do you think?
Hello?
Here, Tim seems to have captured the arms and hands of a shadow being that wasn't stemming from our realm. He was so afraid that night that he had to give in his notice because he simply couldn't handle all of that any longer, and who can blame him?
My last night shift at the facility.
So, Tim went on and documented his last night at this haunted facility, and he couldn't wait to finally put this extremely scary adventure behind him. But it seemed that during his last night, during his last shift, whatever was living in those storage facilities wanted to make sure that he would never forget this night.
I noticed that 52% of our viewers have not yet subscribed to our channel, so subscribe now for our new videos that are coming soon, and I will upload them for you every day. So be sure to watch till the end of the video. Maraming salamat po and enjoy scary watching.
A woman's silhouette, more distinct than ever, sat in the corner, as the female figure locked eyes with him. The recording abruptly ended, leaving us in suspense. The fate of Tim and the truth behind his encounters remain shrouded in uncertainty. We may never know the full story, and the final verdict rests in your hand. This next case was filmed inside a house whose owner says tenants never seem to last. Every time the place is rented out, people break their lease, claiming that something in the house keeps them from sleeping, something they can't explain. On one visit, the owner came by to clean and get it ready for the next tenant, and she ended up recording exactly what others had been complaining about.
Esta casa se ha limpiado muchísimas veces porque la gente no dura rentando. Rompe el contrato por una u otra cosa y tuvimos que venirla a limpiar el día de hoy porque ya mañana se van a mover. Se las quiero enseñar. Lo raro es que dice el realtor que no dura la gente. Esta casa se ha limpiado muchísimas veces porque rompe el contrato a la gente. Ay, no mames. Ya es noche. Estoy sola. no hay nada. Esta pinche casa la han rentado un chingo de veces y no sé por qué rompe el contrato la gente. Ay, no, déjenme regresar así porque me dio cosas a la pinche puerta. Y dicen los señores que rentan aquí que miran demasiadas cosas. La gente no dura viviendo aquí, rompe el contrato, así que vamos a grabar un poquito para allá. Ese pinche cuarto ahí no sé qué fregados es. Ya las muchachas me están esperando allá afuera. Miren, allá me da cosa. Tengo que prender la luz. Ahorita voy a ir a prender la luz para seguir grabando. ¿Te imaginas? Para que la gente rompa el contrato acá, es porque de plano no aguantan a vivir aquí. Y ahorita les voy a enseñar lo demás para allá. Déjenme prender la luz. ¿Dónde está la luz acá? Chingada madre. Ahí está. Ok, ahorita les voy a enseñar. Esta es una recámara. Se está poniendo ahorita tenso. Entonces, el señor dice que ya van varias familias que rompen el contrato. No sé qué es lo que pasó aquí. Nunca me ha dicho el realtor qué es lo que... Chingados, que... Nunca me ha dicho el realtor qué es lo que realmente ha pasado, pero sí la hemos limpiado varias veces porque no dura la gente. Y eso sí, la verdad es algo extraño, que no dure nadie. Yo no sé si tú has vivido en una casa así, donde te hayas tenido que haber salido por algo o roto el contrato. Ahorita les voy a enseñar qué es eso que se escucha. ¡Hey! ¿Andan acá? No mames. Espérenme. Iba a dejar grabando, pero la neta ya me está dando cosa. Se escucha el ruido para acá. No sé qué sea. Escuché mucho ruido. Yo creo que me voy a tener que ir. No sé. Tengo que ir a apagar la luz de ella porque se está poniendo ya. Ay, no. Creo que me voy a regresar mañana mejor. Yo me voy a la chica. Esa pinche la de acá la tengo que apagar.
In the footage, you can clearly see doors opening on their own. But that wasn't the only thing. Some people claim they also heard strange voices, like something was right near her while she walked through the house. The most disturbing part came when, in one section of the video, something faintly appeared behind the arch of a doorway, hidden in the dark. Something seemed to be watching her from the shadows. Look closely. There are those who say it could be wandering spirits, maybe even something darker. Now, after watching this recording, would you dare to spend the night? This is another really intriguing recording. It was apparently shared by a family member of the Dark Dimension. Security guards noticed something really odd transpiring right in front of the building they were surveilling. The figure of a woman seems to have made it onto the property, and nobody knew who she was or where she came from. and she disappeared as mysteriously as she appeared. They had never seen such an event transpiring there, so some say that this probably was a ghost lady who manifested and who we can see walking through the picture here. Or was it just a confused lady in her nightgown that snuck onto the property without security noticing what was going on? In the end, we can all just speculate. The video was uploaded by the Fourth Wall, who upload paranormal content from Japan, and who I like to feature. Fourth Wall states that this footage was sent to them by a user who would like to remain anonymous. According to them, they had seen a ghostly figure in the same spot multiple times on their way home from work at night, so they decide that they will film the spot and see what they catch. The individual who captured the footage said that in person the ghostly figure was much more clear in real life, with even some distinguishing features of a person. However, once the camera was on the ghost, it seemed only a faint white shadow could be seen. It is as though only the spirit's energy was captured on film. Do you think the white shadow, rather than black, might be an indicator that this is a friendly spirit? Notice the way the shadow seems to move and sway slightly. Weird. The following terrifying case was documented by a mother who noticed that her young son seemed to be talking more and more to an imaginary friend whenever he was playing alone in his room. One day the mother asked her son who he was talking to, and he responded, "The woman with the long hair." And what's even more is the unsettling drawings the boy started to come up with. The following afternoon, the young mother was recording a video for the family when she noticed her young son talking to someone and waving towards the door, and the woman swears that she never saw what was captured with her phone camera. We can see a woman with dark long hair, just as her son had described her, and she was floating in the door just a few steps away. People believe this to be an evil entity that had attached itself to the boy. What a terrifying thought. A man from Fresno has shared the following footage. Apparently, his wife's camera sent out a motion alert to his phone, and something was moving outside in the backyard. At the same time, this thing was captured. He speculates that it might have been the Fresno Nightcrawler that is said to roam this particular area. Could this be? This video was shared by another homeowner who states that his doorbell captured this one night. We see a scary looking dude that is walking up the front door with a bunch of items equipped. and it appears that he wants to steal whatever is placed on the front porch. After a while, the man just leaves. With him, a few items he seems to have grabbed. And with a weird, creepy-looking sword. What would you have done? The following video was shared by Sherman O'Neill, who is the owner of a local trucking business in Oklahoma. He states that a driver of his had captured something rather unsettling one night while being on the roads to deliver a freight. He was so freaked out about this incident that the driver contacted Sherman immediately. Apparently, the driver saw something on the road, and after realizing this, he pulled over to check if anybody got hurt. But there was no trace of anybody. It looks like a child in some form of old clothing, maybe a dress perhaps. Of course, it's almost impossible for a single child to be out there alone at night, walking the highway in pitch darkness. Which is why they believe this could actually be a ghost. What do you think? I actually don't have another explanation for it. While these girls were fooling around with their camcorder, they caught something pretty creepy, to say the least.
They appear to sing a song, and when they turn the camcorder, they record the shape of an old man that looks similar to their deceased grandfather.
The next video was uploaded to Reddit by a concerned father. He tells us that he woke up one night to an alert of his security camera outside, and then he witnessed this creepy incident. Somebody dressed up as a clown seemed to stare at the camera at first, and then walking up to the house to further startle the homeowners. Of course, they never found out who did it, but they still remember this incident clear as day. But just a few nights later, this clown showed up to the same house. However, they switched towards the back door this time. Was it just a crazy person? The following recording was captured by traffic camera in Wessex, Britain, on which a pretty unusual creature was supposedly captured. It's not uncommon for the authorities to capture some wildlife every so often. Today's video, though, was a bit different. We can see a busy road, and then a weird creature appearing from the left side out of the darkness and scampering over all 4 lanes of the highway within a few seconds. What's weird about this incident is the creature's legs that are bending inwards, making many believe that we are dealing with a rather inexplicable creature here. Some say that it even looks a little bit humanoid, causing some to believe that we are dealing with another shapeshifter here. Could this be? It's really hard to say what's going on for sure, but it makes one wonder. What you're about to see is another really mysterious video. The footage comes from a security camera outside a home, where a woman noticed a horse passing by in the early hours of the morning. But the man walking behind it had something about him that felt deeply unsettling.
Miro un poquito de lo que pasó con el caballo del video. Pasó más o menos unos 10 minutos aproximadamente cuando empecé a escuchar que venía el caballo. Bien se escuchaba que bailaba, pero justamente aquí abajo en mi ventana, en la esquina, bailó. Y si te das cuenta, los pies del joven, porque sí se mira algo joven, que va atrás del caballo, pues no son pies, sino que son cascos. Pero nunca me imaginé que era alguien más, aparte del caballo. Fui a preguntar a las casas que están abajo de la mía para que me hicieran favor de ver las cámaras. Y les di la hora y todo, pero el caballo nunca pasó. Entonces sí fue así como que, ¡a la madre! Se me pusieron los pelos de punta.
Many in Mexico have told a chilling story about something similar. During certain quiet mornings between 3 and 4 a.m., people claim to hear the steady trot of a lone horse on rural roads or empty streets. But the strange part isn't the sound, it's that the horse leaves no tracks, and sometimes there's a man following behind in complete silence. Some say this figure is a dark entity. Has anyone watching ever experienced something like what we just saw? Do you think it could really be a supernatural presence collecting souls?
Please like and subscribe to my WatchOut channel. This is a big help to me as a content creator. So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated, because I am old, so please, and to give you many scary and horror videos to come. Maraming salamat po, and see you again. In my next videos, I'm the Hunting Hour 17.